Welcome to the podcast, formerly known as Another Podcast. I am Coleman. This is my friend Luke here.
Hi.
He is, not feeling good at all.
We've done this before. You know, we already had a sick episode. I can't just repeat it.
Well, that's true.
So, even though I'm extremely ill, I'm just going to pretend to be, healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just say for sake of argument that I am.
Okay.
So, we were just talking moments ago. Coleman here handed me this Kleenex box. Heaven only knows why, since I'm so healthy, but I assured him that he had done well, which just sort of, got me thinking, do you ever just say something really dark-sidey just for the sake of it? Like if your dad tells you to do something, just, yes, my master, or, if something you kind of like happens, you just kind of, good.
I mean, I've had it to where, somebody walks into a room and I've been like, I have been waiting for your arrival. Or I have done, the you have done well.
Yes, you have done well. It's a fun one.
Yeah.
Or unfortunately, never get to use everything is proceeding as I have foreseen.
I've probably used some that Voldemort has used.
Oh, that's interesting. I never really thought of those particular Dark Lordy folks.
Besides of the, of course I've used the Abracadabra type thing, but,
Yeah, does he say anything else? I think we've talked about that before.
Well, yeah, but the Dark Lordy things that he said, why can't I think of any? I know I've used them before, and I've said some, and I know he says Dark Lordy things, but I can't think of any.
All I can think of is the time where he, put his finger up against, Harry Potter's head and just was like, yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, that, so, when that part of the movie came out, right, people up and went ballistic, because the line he says there, he comes up and touches Harry's forehead and goes, I can touch you now.
Yeah.
Because before, he couldn't...
It would kill him, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It was impossible for Voldemort. And, of course, people being people decided to take that in
he was always in physical contact with Harry Potter since their souls were sharing real estate. So basically, he should have been on a continuous feedback loop of death.
Yeah.
Forever.
Mm-hmm. But, but yeah.
Which, is no more than he deserves, I suppose. He's a bad guy, but...
Yeah. But, people being people would take that one specific line, and they, took it into a wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. But, dude... oh yeah, Voldemort, I don't remember the exact line he said, but it was when, it was in that part of that movie, Goblet of Fire, and, all his Death Eaters show up. And what's funny is in the actual book, there was a few hundred Death Eaters.
Okay.
In the movie, there was, 5. 5 showed up.
Oh,
and he yelled
special effects are expensive.
He yelled at, those 5 and told them that they sucked and they should have, came and saved him, but instead it was the one guy that they didn't think was going to save him and actually did.
Yeah. Handless guy.
Yeah.
Handless toothy boy.
Wormtail.
Yeah.
Or, was it Wormtail? Or was
Sure, of course.
I think it was Wormtail.
Remind me in my writing of fantasy to never, ever have anyone with the name... or with the word worm in their name anywhere. Okay. We don't need another worm tail or worm tongue. We just don't need that. So when when I went out of my way to name someone that I wanted to be very obnoxious, here's where I went with it. I named the man Nostradamus Snozwell, which sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you think of, like, having mucus, I guess, and also, I guess, the Mayan calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
What
very...
an annoying combination, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mayan calendar is kind of confusing.
Annoying.
And
Yeah.
I just learned about all this in
There's
my
no
world
reason to
history
learn about
class.
it anymore. Their calendar's over.
Well, yeah, but I learned about the Mayans in my world history class. And I was like, why do they have, like, 3 different calendars? And why do they have, like... There's, like, 360 days in the entire year, but, like, there's 5 days that are added to it that are, like, weird days or something. I was like, I don't even know. I did what I had to do, though. I fought through it and pretended like I knew what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Like any good student would.
Answered all your test questions with AI.
Yeah. I wish.
Back in my day, we had to cheat with Wikipedia.
People nowadays tell you not to use Wikipedia for some reason.
No, they were telling us back then, not to use it. I don't care.
Don't use Wikipedia.
It's so much closer to an actual source than getting the artificially generated answer. But
Yeah.
we're starting to sound like old fogies.
Oh yeah. So, last week, or a few weeks ago, we talked about, like, the different name of the Millennium Falcon, right?
Sure.
It was 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
on the VeggieTale episode. Go watch it. Well, I decided, what about, like, a different name for an X-Wing? Like, I know it's kind of weird, because it's like, well, it's in the shape of an X and it has wings. Well, no.
Okay. Yeah.
Good
Follow
job,
you.
Luke. Well, what else would it be called? Would it be called, like, the double V-Wing? Or just, like, the 4-winged pointy thing? I don't know.
The flying nose.
The flying nose.
You bring up so many good points with this. For one thing, did you know that I think earlier in English, the V was the U shape and the U was the V shape. And that's why we have a W being called a W, in spite of the fact that it looks exactly like a double V.
That's what Wikipedia tells you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, go look it up on Wikipedia. And the other thing is, see, everything goes back to the Emperor, I guess. We know that if you put his hood on, he's Darth Sidious, but if he takes the hood off,
He's Emperor Palpatine.
no, he's Chancellor.
Well, yeah, he's
Palpatine.
Chancellor Palpatine.
Yeah, an important distinction.
Yeah.
And, that's all it takes. So, the thing with the X-Wing is that maybe it should have 2 different names depending on when, whether the wings are open or shut.
So it's the double U-Wing when the wings are open. Because,
Sure.
and when it's closed, it's the thing.
So, it's not a W because
Well, yeah, but it's
you're taking the 2 U shapes, which are really V shapes, and sort of like spinning them along the 180 degree axis. So you could call it maybe a bilateral V-wing when the wings are open, and a bilateral I-wing when they're shut.
Yeah.
Or something.
But then this comes to think, like, there's the X-Wing you could do it with, but what about, like, the A-Wing? That's, I feel like, a hard one, because it's kind of shaped like an A, but not really.
Yeah. It's definitely not shaped like a lowercase a.
No.
Not even close.
See, that one I feel like you could call it the V-wing because it's kind of shaped like a V, you know? Just not pointy.
Call it the crash into the bridge of the Super Star Destroyer wing.
See, but why is it called a wing if there's no wings on it? That's the main question.
Well, it's got those uppy, downy, wingy thingy sort of deals on its engines.
Yeah.
The Y-wing. That one's really stretched to consider that it has any wings. I guess, you know, the nacelle style jets they're on wide outriggers, but those, I don't know, they're so thick. I have a hard time thinking of them as wings.
Yeah. But the other big question is why is the B-wing named the B-wing? It's not even shaped like a B. Okay, like...
We haven't talked about this before?
Nope.
If you tip a B-wing upside down on its head with the S-foils closed and look at it from the side, it actually does kind of resemble a lowercase b. This was a discovery I made later in life. And it blew my mind.
Close it and then you turn it sideways. Oh, yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, it absolutely rocked my world to realize that there's a way to look at the B-wing that it actually kind of looks like a B.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or the L-wing, you could call it the L-wing, though.
Yeah. Or the T-wing when it's open. The thing is, I thought I'd answered this question before. The A-wing and the B-wing were named as sort of studio accidents, allegedly. George Lucas was like, hey, I need 2 more starfighters for this movie. Return of the Jedi. I don't have a good George Lucas. That was really awesome.
That was an okay George Lucas voice, actually.
And maybe it would have been slightly better if I didn't have my cold, but what was I talking about? Okay, the A and B wing. So they just, they showed him some artwork. Yeah, artwork A, artwork B. And he's like, I'll take him, I'm not even trying to sound like him anymore. So, because they were so used to the letter naming scheme, concepts A and B were presumed to have been intended to be called the A-wing and the B-wing, and it made it into production that way. And the fact that the A-wing does look a lot like an A probably helped that a lot.
Yeah.
People were probably a little confused about the B-wing thing.
Yeah, the B-wing was just kind of by accident.
Yeah. So
yeah. I feel like since we're having ships, or we could just end this episode because it's almost on 15 minutes. But...
Well, if you got another ship thought, let's follow it through and then we'll...
Okay. So do you know...
No.
How they used... how they made the TIE Fighter sound? The... type of sound?
Like a walrus or something?
No.
Dying walrus?
They used actually 6 different things. Okay? I don't know all 6, but I know they used an elephant.
Okay.
They used a car screeching when it turns and stuff like that. I can't remember. I think they used a bird sound. I don't know. They used 5 or 6 different things, and they just shoved them together, and we're just
I've heard about Ben Burt's good work. I just couldn't remember any of the things. I thought there was a walrus involved, but
probably. I don't know. I can't remember.
No, I mean it's probably the elephant, like you said. Elephant, walrus, they're all about the same.
I just remember they put them all together and it made that sound, and they were just perfect. That's going into the movie.
Well, it's like making the roar for the Tyrannosaurus. This is the same sound engineer. He had to throw a bunch of random junk together and modulate it so it sounded like this strange animal noise that everyone remembers.
Yeah. You mean for the Jurassic Park and World movies? Those type of things? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's something we should talk about at some point. Is Jurassic Park.
Yeah, except what are you talking about? I mean...
Dinosaurs came in, ate people, done.
Yeah, I mean, they're fabulous movies. At least some of them are, but it's what do you say?
It kind of just says everything in there.
To watch dinosaurs and...
Yeah.
I guess I could tell you about the differences between the movie and the book, and, some of the extra intrigue of the Ian Malcolm character.
One you can hold and has pages, the other one is on a screen.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, there's a lot of other differences too. Like the lawyer does not get eaten off the trash can. Off
he's
the
just
toilet.
sitting. He's just sitting on a trash can, and the dinosaur comes in. What's up?
What?
Yum.
Why are you sitting on a trash can?
You know, the reason that he got eaten off of the toilet was because the dinosaur had to go to the bathroom. So he goes in there, he goes to use his urinal, and then realizes, wait a minute.
Occupied, so...
Yeah, it's occupied. So he's like, well, I'm not going to go into another stall. That's just
rude.
Yeah, it's just rude. Like, I can't just barge into another stall with nobody in there. I want this stall.
Right.
And so he breaks into the stall and eats the guy. Like,
Yeah.
he needed to go to the bathroom.
It's known to be dinosaur protocol to do that.
Yep.
All the archaeologists agree.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's time for our stuff.
Yeah, let's do the stuff.
I don't have anything, so you're going to have to go first for stuff.
Yeah, we had all this time, and now I don't remember any of my stuff. Where's my even thing?
Your notes of stuff.
Hold on, you might have to edit this a little bit, because
Oh, it's right there.
Golly well, here we go.
Okay. Well, I'll do the thing so you don't have to breathe in and cough, so... It's Impossible Trivia time! Okay, I'm gonna call that good.
Long. I'm glad I didn't hold my breath that time. Okay. So since I've got mine, what was R2-D2's main reason that he gave for never flying again after episode 3?
R2-D2's main reason?
Yeah, why did he give up flying after episode 3? Discuss.
We didn't see him fly after episode 3, did we? I don't think we didn't see him in 4, 5, or 6, did we?
No. Oh, were you not aware of this?
I never noticed.
Hey man, when I was growing up and the prequels were coming out, him just suddenly deciding he was going to fly in episode 2 was like, what in the dang heck is going on here? Yeah, so...
Like, you guys never knew R2-D2 could fly until, like, episode 2, and you just hear, psh, whoa!
You poor younger people, you just don't have any perspective.
Okay, well...
So you're really going to have to think about this one, because this is a shocking revelation for you.
Yeah, here's his reason. I think he was like... Okay, so last time he flew in episode 3, I gotta remember the exact time he stopped flying. When was the last scene he flew?
I don't remember it once after he was like breaking out of the hangar of Grievous's flagship.
I remembered that.
I think that's the last time.
Probably.
Unless he was just flying all around Mustafar or something. I don't know.
Oh. I think that was it. Alright, here's the thing. He got so, like, paranoid about, like, because he started flying when, like, Order 66 started to happen, right? Around that time.
Yeah,
so he thought...
within, like, 5 years of that.
Yeah.
Very close correlation.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was the beginning of the Clone Wars when he flew the first time, so maybe just trying to prevent other wars from breaking out.
In episode 3... Oh, wait, no, he flew in the ship, didn't he? The big thing, and that was it, right?
Yeah, I think he did a little bit of flying while he was in Grievous's flagship, and I think that...
Yeah, okay. Well... Wait, no. Forget about what I said. The reason he stopped flying was because he thought that he flew in the ship too much, and, that's the reason it crashed.
Oh, C-3PO's opinions of flying began to, like, wear off on him a little bit?
Yeah, he thought that he was the reason that ship crashed, and why, like, Grievous got away.
Oh, okay.
That's why. So he stopped flying.
He blamed himself for Grievous.
Yeah. He thought the ship was going hang wire, and then he thought he distracted things too much, and so, like, and he did stuff wrong, so he just blamed himself, okay?
Okay.
And so that's why he never flew after those movies. So the first 3, it's like episode 4, 5, and 6, he didn't fly because he didn't want the missions to go wrong.
Yeah, R2's kind of a bottler. He never, like, shares his inner trauma.
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion that he gave up flying because, like... his jet fuel cartridges went obsolete you know, Luke
See,
Skywalker just couldn't afford to get old cartridges.
But that's too obvious of an answer. He
Okay.
it was just, you know, he just was like, Grievous got away on my behalf. I can't
do like
believe
it.
This.
I do like it better as a psychological thing.
He was like, I can't believe that Grievous got away because of me.
Yep.
And so he just, like, hated himself for it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that Obi-Wan caught up with him within like a week or something, but, you know.
But he didn't know that.
Yeah.
He didn't know that, okay?
Well, you don't think that R2-D2 was well-informed? I mean...
No, R2 was just like...
He probably had his own intelligence officer, like...
Nope, he was just too caught up that he let Grievous get away. And that the ship crashed.
Okay.
And that he could have let his owners die, so...
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, well, sure. Hey, you know, okay, I guess I've got a question for like a few weeks from now. You think of one while I write one down.
Okay. So.
R2-D2's the man, though.
Yeah, he is. Now, here's the question, okay? We all know that, see, it's Impossible Trivia. I said we all know, right? It's the official Impossible Trivia.
Yeah.
So we all know that Tatooine is a desert, right?
Okay.
So it's super hot.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to be like, so Hoth is a... No, I'm not going there. So for droids, here's the question.
Okay.
Do you think that droids knew that it was hot there?
No. It seems like C-3PO said something about his... Oh, no. His joints were freezing up on Hoth. That should have been obvious.
Yeah, my joints are freezing up in this hot, sandy weather.
Well, you know.
They're freezing. There's ice going off of them.
Yeah, freezing would have been a bad term there. I'm a moron. I don't know. I think that... I don't know. I can't point to anything...
I was gonna point to where he said his joints were freezing. Like, maybe he knew that, like, maybe he knew it was cold, so, like... I don't know.
You're right. Okay, so if he knew it was cold on Hoth, and he might have known it was hot on Tatooine, it really depends on, like, what temperature range he was designed to function in.
Yeah.
C-3PO should have been designed to function at
Tatooine.
desert temperatures.
Yeah,
That's where it was built.
And made for.
Yeah.
So do you think he knew, like, okay, so now we're on
He was
C-3PO.
probably comfortable for the first time since he left.
So, do you think he just thought it was normal weather on Tatooine and, like, everywhere else was just freezing? Or do you think he was just, like... Do you think he actually felt it or just knew?
I think it, with a machine, it usually would have to do with the performance. Like, you can see that you can measure the amount of resistance to your movements.
Yeah.
That's why the cold temperatures were affecting him worse.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because by The Empire Strikes Back, they had. I don't know. There's even times where it kind of seemed like Grievous might have been able to feel things that were going on with him. So the tactile capabilities of robots are kind of loosey goosey on Star Wars.
Yeah.
Certainly, Luke ended up with a robotic hand that could feel.
Yeah. So...
And there were times where C-3PO said, ouch, when they were, like, reattaching his head and things like that, so...
Maybe they can feel pain, but just not temperature.
Why would you make droids able to feel pain? It's just stupid.
That is kind of stupid.
Oh, well.
So I'm gonna say that they can feel stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because, R2's...
R2 can feel pain. When
His
C-3PO
noise-
whacked him on the head, he, like, screamed,
He makes some pretty serious noises when he gets hurt, so yeah.
Yeah, like when he got flung in Episode 3 and he runs up and hits that wall and he goes, thump!
Right.
Poof.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
These poor things made able to feel pain for no reason. Okay.
It's versus now.
Yeah, we better. Switching over. Wookiee versus Hippogriff.
Oh, never thought about that.
Yeah, that was kind of...
Okay, so Wookiee, how tall do you think the average Wookiee would be? Considering that Chewbacca was probably taller than 7 foot.
It's probably average, I don't know.
Okay, about 7 foot's average.
I guess it's unfair to just consider, Chewbacca an average guy, but he strikes me that way. I don't know.
Yeah. He didn't seem like with the other Wookiees there, they all looked about the same height as Chewie anyway, so.
Yeah.
So yeah. So about 7 foot, and the Hippogriff, I think, was almost taller than Hagrid. I think he was almost taller than Hagrid, or about the same height.
Oh, that's pretty big. Well, Hippogriffs are the ones, the flying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They have, like, the head, like, the bird head, and, like,
The unifying principle here is that they both take criticism poorly.
Yeah. I think Chewie would, like, go up to the bird to eat it, and would just be like... And,
oh, yeah, he does like eating wild animals, yeah.
And the Hippogriff would realize that he's not bowing, and would just be like, "How dare you not bow to me!" And would just, like, kick poor Chewie, and Chewie would be like, "Oh, you may look tasty, but you don't feel tasty."
No. Well, yeah, I don't have any trouble thinking that the Hippogriff would probably win. I mean,
the Hippogriff...
Chewie's kind of a wild animal man, but he's still...
Yeah, also the Hippogriff gets
is
up on...
straight up wild
Yeah,
animal.
he's about probably the same height as Chewie, but also he gets up on his hind legs and is just tall, and towers almost over anything.
Yeah, unless Chewie very quickly ripped those front legs off as he was rearing up.
And the Hippogriff can fly and has hooves on the back, if I'm correct. So, I'm pretty sure, like, getting kicked in the head by a horse can kill a person. So, like, you imagine that, but somebody flying and kicking you like that on Chewie. Yeah, I don't think it would end too well.
No. Of course, like, the crossbow kind of evens things out, too. But anyway, we'll just move on. What's yours? Do you have one? You don't have one.
We're
almost at 30 minutes anyway.
I'll think of one.
Versus light.
Alright. I was thinking, like, R2 versus R4. Because they're both R2 units. Well, one's an R4 unit, but...
I really like R4.
I like him because, like, throughout, like, the first 3 movies, all we saw was R2-D2. Like, we didn't see anything else.
Yeah.
And then the prequels come along, and we see, like, 2 or 3 new versions of this droid.
Well, I don't know. R2's got all kinds of things on R4. For one thing, I think R4 is, like, not actually a complete astro droid. This is something you'd have to learn from, like, reading the cross-sections and things. But, like, in the game, in the Lego game, yeah, R4 rolls around with everybody, but, actually, I think it was just constructed to fit in the droid fighter socket. That's about all that there was to it.
Well, he does get out, if I'm correct.
Maybe during the Clone Wars series, I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, like, in the movie. In episode 2, I think he gets out, and we see him out.
No. I guarantee did not happen.
Well, we did see he had a body, if I'm correct.
At least, like, this much of one.
Well, yeah, but we knew he had a body.
Like a Head and Shoulders droid.
Yeah.
Like a shampoo droid.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know, R2 was able to take down the buzz droids that, unfortunately, were the sad demise of R4, so...
Yeah.
R2 is just a greater combat veteran. There's kind of two ways about it, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, we're going on 30 minutes, so I think this is it.
Yep.
Well, this was another amazing episode of the podcast, formerly known as Another Podcast. I am Coleman. This is my friend Luke here.
Hi.
As healthy as ever.
Oh, yeah.
And we are signing out.
Bye.